Imagine, you're walking through a vast wildlife reserve. You observe lions hunting, birds soaring, and herds of elephants moving across the land. They have no idea you're watching them. You stay hidden, careful not to interfere. Just an observer, silently studying their behaviors. Now flip the perspective. What if Earth itself is a cosmic wildlife sanctuary, and we, humans, are the subjects of observation? What if an advanced extraterrestrial civilization is monitoring us from the shadows, ensuring that we never become aware of their presence? This is the essence of the zoo hypothesis, a theory suggesting that aliens may be deliberately avoiding contact with us, much like how we observe animals without disturbing their environment. It was first proposed by the MIT radio astronomer John A. Ball in 1973 as a possible solution to the Fermi Paradox, one of the greatest mysteries of our time. If the universe is so vast and filled with billions of habitable planets, why haven't we encountered intelligent extraterrestrial life? The zoo hypothesis offers an unsettling answer. We are being watched, but not contacted. According to this theory, highly advanced civilizations may have established strict non-interference policies, similar to how we protect fragile ecosystems on Earth. These extraterrestrials could have been aware of our existence for centuries, carefully monitoring our development, while ensuring that we remain oblivious to their presence. But how likely is this? Could there really be an unseen intelligence controlling or limiting our understanding of the universe? To explore this, we need to break down three key questions. How could aliens detect us? Why would they choose to stay hidden? Is there any evidence that supports this theory? 1. Could aliens already know about us? While we struggle to find extraterrestrial life, there's a good chance that advanced alien civilizations have already discovered Earth. Consider this. Our planet has been broadcasting radio signals into space for over a century. Since the early 20th century, television broadcasts, military radar, and radio transmissions have been leaking into the cosmos. These signals, traveling at the speed of light, have already reached over 100 light-years into space, potentially alerting any technologically advanced civilizations within that range. If we, with our limited technology, are already developing sophisticated exoplanet detection techniques, such as the James Webb Space Telescope, JWST, and radio wave analysis, then an alien species millions of years ahead of us could easily have identified Earth as a planet teeming with life. They might have mapped our biosphere, detected our growing industrialization through atmospheric changes, or even intercepted our radio communications. But if they know about us, why haven't they made contact? The prime directive: why would aliens stay hidden? One of the most compelling arguments supporting the zoo hypothesis is the idea of a prime directive, a term popularized in science fiction but rooted in real-world logic. When humans encounter isolated indigenous tribes, such as the Sentinelese people in the Indian Ocean, governments enforce strict non-contact policies to protect their way of life. Exposure to modern civilization could be catastrophic for them, disrupting their culture, introducing diseases, or even altering their natural evolution. Now, imagine Earth as a Sentinelese-like civilization on a cosmic scale. If a highly advanced extraterrestrial species has been monitoring us, they might see direct contact as too dangerous for our development. Perhaps they believe that revealing themselves would trigger mass hysteria, social collapse, or even violence. This idea aligns with a hierarchical view of intelligence. If aliens are thousands or even millions of years ahead of us, they might consider us primitive and unready for integration into a greater cosmic community. They could be waiting for humanity to reach a specific technological or ethical milestone before initiating contact. But what if their motives aren't purely scientific or ethical? What if they have a more sinister reason for remaining hidden? Could UFOs be signs of their surveillance? Over the past few decades, reports of unidentified aerial phenomena, UAPs, formerly known as UFOs, have intensified. In 2020, the Pentagon officially released declassified footage of UAPs captured by U.S. Navy pilots. These objects displayed impossible speeds, defied known laws of physics, and showed no visible propulsion systems. Some moved at Mach 10, far beyond any known human-made aircraft. Could these be advanced alien probes, secretly monitoring our activities while ensuring they remain undetected? Many UFO sightings have been dismissed as experimental military aircraft or natural phenomena. But what if some of them are actual surveillance drones, sent by extraterrestrial civilizations to observe humanity from the shadows? If the zoo hypothesis is true, then these sightings could represent glitches in their secrecy, accidental exposure of their presence, or even deliberate psychological experiments to test our reactions. But there's an even more chilling question to consider. What if aliens aren't just watching us from afar? What if they've already embedded themselves within our world, manipulating our civilization, guiding our technological progress, or even influencing human history without us realizing it? Could ancient myths of celestial beings, modern-day, alien abduction stories, or secretive government cover-ups be fragments of a much larger hidden truth? What if Earth is not just a zoo, but a controlled experiment? Are we part of a galactic experiment? The chilling implications of the zoo hypothesis. If we truly are part of a cosmic zoo, it raises a disturbing question. What is the purpose of this experiment? Are aliens simply curious observers, or is there a deeper agenda behind their secrecy? Some scientists and theorists believe that the answer could be far more unsettling than we imagine. What if we're not just being watched, but studied, controlled, or even manipulated? What if humanity itself is an experiment in progress, a test subject in an interstellar laboratory where an advanced species is monitoring our behavior, our choices, and even our evolutionary progress? Let's explore three mind-bending possibilities. The simulation hypothesis. Are we living in a controlled reality, the cosmic testing ground? Is humanity being observed for a greater purpose? Breakout theory. What happens if we discover the truth? The simulation hypothesis. Are we trapped in an alien construct? What if our universe itself is an artificial simulation created by a highly advanced alien intelligence? This idea isn't just science fiction. It's been seriously considered by physicists, philosophers, and tech pioneers like Elon Musk and Nick Bostrom. The theory suggests that an advanced civilization could create hyper-realistic digital worlds, indistinguishable from reality, and we might be living inside one right now. If this is true, then the zoo hypothesis takes on an entirely different meaning. Instead of Earth being a wildlife sanctuary, it could be part of a digital ecosystem, an artificial environment designed for observation and experimentation. What if everything we experience, from the laws of physics to our very thoughts, is being manipulated by an intelligence beyond our comprehension? Think about it. Whenever we attempt to push the boundaries of our reality, whether it's through quantum mechanics, deep space exploration, or artificial intelligence, we encounter unexplainable anomalies. Some physicists believe that the universe has built-in, code-like structures, suggesting that reality itself might be programmed. Could these be firewalls designed to keep us from discovering the truth? If the zoo hypothesis is true, then perhaps the reason we haven't encountered aliens is because they don't want us to realize we're inside their creation. The cosmic testing ground. Are we being prepared for something greater? Another possibility is that aliens aren't just watching us for entertainment, they're testing us. What if Earth is part of a galactic experiment to see how civilizations evolve under specific conditions? Some researchers speculate that if intelligent extraterrestrials exist, they may have observed the rise and fall of countless civilizations throughout the universe. Perhaps they are waiting to see whether humanity will destroy itself through war, environmental collapse, or artificial intelligence, or whether we will achieve enlightenment and join an intergalactic community. This would explain why aliens remain hidden. If they revealed themselves too early, it could interfere with our natural development. They might be assessing whether we can overcome violence and conflict on a planetary scale, achieve technological and ethical maturity without external intervention, prove ourselves worthy of contact with a higher cosmic intelligence. Some even theorize that UFO encounters, alien abduction stories, and unexplained phenomena could be part of this grand experiment? Could they be testing our psychological responses, analyzing how we react to unknown forces, preparing us for eventual disclosure? If so, then Earth might be a proving ground, a place where humanity is being watched, measured, and evaluated. But what happens if we fail? 3. Here's some breakout theory. What happens if we discover the truth? If aliens have been deliberately keeping us in the dark, what would happen if we suddenly became aware of their existence? Would they intervene? Would they allow us to leave the zoo? Or would they stop us? This question ties directly into one of the most terrifying implications of the zoo hypothesis, the containment theory. Some scientists speculate that aliens actively prevent emerging civilizations from expanding beyond their home planet. This could explain why humanity has never successfully colonized another world, or why every attempt at interstellar communication has failed. Imagine if a species in a cosmic zoo suddenly gained self-awareness and attempted to escape its enclosure. Would the zoo's keepers allow it, or would they take action to prevent it? Some believe that this is exactly what happens whenever a civilization reaches a certain technological threshold, such as harnessing nuclear energy, artificial intelligence, or interstellar travel. Perhaps advanced aliens fear that young species, like ours, could become a threat to the larger cosmic order, and they intervene before we grow too powerful. Could this explain sudden technological setbacks, mysterious disappearances, or the lack of successful deep space missions? What if there's an invisible barrier preventing us from reaching beyond our own solar system, one that we are not yet advanced enough to understand? Or what if the truth is even darker? What if civilizations that become too aware of the zoo are eliminated? Could this be why we don't see evidence of other alien societies? Have they all been silenced before they could break free? The final question remains: how close are we to unlocking the truth, and what happens when we do? The final question: what if we are not alone? If the zoo hypothesis is true, then we are not just passive inhabitants of Earth. We are subjects in a grand cosmic experiment, watched by eyes far beyond our understanding. But this leads us to a final unsettling question. Why haven't they revealed themselves yet? Some believe that humanity is still too primitive, divided, and dangerous to handle the truth. Our history is filled with war, greed, and destruction. Perhaps revealing themselves would be a risk too great. Imagine if an ant colony suddenly became aware of the humans watching them. Would they understand our intentions, or would they panic? Would they even be able to grasp the scale of our existence? Maybe that's exactly how we appear to an advanced extraterrestrial civilization, a young, developing species still struggling to find its place in the universe. If we are truly being observed, then perhaps first contact will only happen when we prove we are ready. But what if the Watchers never intend to make contact? What if their purpose is something else entirely? Some theorists suggest that aliens might be waiting for a trigger event, a moment where humanity either reaches a higher level of consciousness or faces a self-destructive collapse. In either case, their interference could shape the fate of our entire species. So what should we do? Should we continue searching for extraterrestrial life? Should we attempt to break free from this cosmic enclosure or accept our place in it? And most importantly, what happens if we finally see the Watchers staring back at us? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Do you believe in the zoo hypothesis? Are we truly alone, or just part of something much bigger? Until next time, keep questioning the unknown.